To everyone who knows them, Lyle and Lesley Herring are a happy and successful couple. But what they don't know about is the trouble brewing in this marriage that will bring about horrific consequences. Lesley came from Guyana with her family as a child and built her American dream with persistence and hard work. And she comes from a close family of many talents. Her sister is actress Asha Davis. Their brother, Lyndon Telford, says Lesley was the rock-solid one of the bunch, but always with a smile.
She had zero tolerance for nonsense, and she was the organizer. She was definitely the mother hen.
44-year-old Lesley works a desk job at a home security company in Los Angeles. Her husband of 11 years, 56-year-old Lyle Herring, is a college recruiter at Cal State Northridge.
All the women in our family says, well, you know, he's a special guy. While the men will say, there's something about this guy, he's up to something. We just can't put our finger on it. He's a smoozer, he's a keep your wives and girlfriends locked up kind of thing, you know?
The couple live in an upscale condominium near Hollywood. To all appearances, it is a normal lifestyle. Until the day when both of them mysteriously disappear into thin air.
When Asha, my sister, called and said, Lesley's job called and said that she didn't show up for work today. You know, 11 years, she never missed a day. So we called Lyle to find out where Lyle and Lesley was. We couldn't find either one of them.
Right away, Lesley's family is alarmed. Simply picking up and leaving town without a word to anyone is not her style.
It went to a point like, oh my God, what happened? Were they abducted? Are they dead? Were they in a ditch line somewhere? Did they drown in their boat? They had a 60-foot sailboat that they used to take out. So maybe they drowned in their boat. No, we didn't know. We couldn't find them.
Hollywood Police Department Detective Chris Gable presses ahead.
The house looked very clean, very nice, and except the couple of things that we noticed offhand was there was some spilt candle wax on the kitchen counter. A pretty good amount, as if a candle had spilt over. And what we were already learning about Lesley is that's not the kind of thing that she would just leave out on the counter. So that was a little unusual.
Almost 2 weeks after the disappearance of the couple, police get a big break in the case. Lyle is stopped in his car by police as he crosses the Mexican border into the United States.
We put an alert on his vehicle and on his driver's license. And so we went down there to speak to him at the border.
When's the last time you saw your wife?
That was Wednesday, so it was Sunday morning.
Have you tried to contact her?
I have.
Do you know where she is?
I have no idea. She hasn't responded.
Is that normal for her? Not to get in touch with you? Or respond to you?
No, from this point moving forward, I have nothing else to say. I don't know anything about where she is.
They had plans to go to Rosarito for Valentine's Day. So he went down, and the reason he was in Mexico, according to Lyle, was to go down to search for her because that's where they had planned to go.
Lyle later tells police he owed money to some shady characters who caught up with him and cut off his dreadlocks as punishment.
I worked the gang unit for several years, and I've never ever heard of some gang members holding someone down to shave their head and shave their goatee off, so that was a first.
But police have no reason to keep Lyle detained. He goes back to his day job. And detectives go to work too, slowly connecting the dots, searching for Lesley and for any evidence of what happened to her. A letter they find in her bedside drawer shows that she's not happy about Lyle's money dealings either. In fact, she is furious and she wants out of this marriage.
I can't take anymore. I'm broken.
They also find her purse with her jewelry inside it, something she never leaves home without.
She wore them everywhere. So we pulled a bunch of pictures of her wearing them out on the boats, parties. The only time she took them off was when she went to bed and she put them in the nightstand.
In Lesley's purse, along with her jewelry, cops find a receipt from a local Starbucks, dated on a Tuesday night, 4 days after she went missing.
So we thought, wow, Tuesday night, this is her purse. We'll go to Starbucks, see her on the video, see what's going on. Maybe her and Lyle are doing something. So we go over there and we pull the video.
They hustle over to Starbucks to check the surveillance tape before it is erased. And look who walks in. The receipt was in Lesley's purse, but who do they find making the purchase?
We find out that it's It's Lyle by himself buying a single drink. Leslie's nowhere to be seen. So we thought that was pretty suspicious why that would be in there, and we thought, was that really, designed for us to find that? Maybe later down the road when the video wasn't available.
Cops suspect Lyle may have planted the receipt in Leslie's purse as a misdirection. They turn to his personal computer and cell phone to see what else they can find. And what they come up with only deepens their concerns. Online searches for things like profile of a mass murderer, violent death and the soul, and 10 common methods of suicide. And only days after Leslie's disappearance, another mystery.
There were several calls between Leslie's phone and Lyle's phone. What he didn't think is that we would also track the cell tower usage, and it showed that both phones were side by side when they were doing the calls, suggesting that he's holding one phone call and the other one.
Police are rapidly coming to the conclusion that Lyle has done something to Lesllie. But they need more evidence. Specifically, they need Lesllie dead or alive. Or else, they might have no case at all.
In a typical murder case, Exhibit A is a photo of a dead body. Someone who's been shot, strangled, stabbed. And in a case like this, you don't have that.
Next, cops turn up the heat on the search for witnesses. And they turn to one of their top detectives for help. A nose on 4 legs named Indiana Bones. If anyone can find Lesllie, she can.
We went out there with Indiana Bones, and we got a positive hit on a dirt mound.